702-5657, or you can text us at 443-642-9403. We gotta take a break, but when we come back, we're gonna be setting up the rest of the show, letting you know what good stuff is in store. And trust me, we have an amazing show set up for you, so don't go anywhere. And also make sure you invite all of your friends to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're going to get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all.
Yes.
So let us know, first of all, what is Banji soul?
Banji soul is basically just real. It's real soul. It's real. It's not cut down. It's not watered down. It's, you know, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, banji, ratchet, whatever how you like to put it, classify it. But I like to say banji, because I'm classy.
Banji is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up. You got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the banji.
Yeah.
All right.
So she's created her own lane, Banji soul. So let us know how that is covered in the album that released on the 9th of this month, right?
Yes. Well, I did it to a number of industry tracks, including like the Beatles Come Together, and I did a Lindsay Lohan joint. You remember the Confessions of a Broken Heart?
Okay.
And a lot of stuff I aimed to like change the theme that was originated, or just to. It was my therapy.
Okay.
It was my therapy.
So that's why this is a mixtape.
Yes.
Okay, because you did a lot of remakes. Okay, I got you. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What's going on, Baltimore? It's Monday night. It's 8 o'clock. So you know what it is. It's just a bit outside radio show, sports radio show. I am your host, Kescia. And to my right, as always, I have my man, Mark, in the building.
We're about to do the thing that we do for you.
And as you can see, he's in full effect. So, man, crazy day.
Very crazy day.
Crazy day. So, we might as well just go ahead and get this out the way and talk about it right now. I want to take a few minutes to discuss the shooting out there at Nevada. I believe... How many people? Over 50 dead?
58 dead, over 500 injured at last count. And I mean, that could go up. They said that the bodies are just basically still at the concert venue.
So, okay, you said a concert venue. What happened out there?
There was a big country music festival, like a 3-day event, 22,000 people, which when you think about it, 22,000 people, it's amazing that not more people died just being trampled. But a whack job, he was staying at the Mandalay Bay. From the 32nd floor, he knocked out a window and just started shooting, taking people out. Fully automatic weapons.
Okay, so he had to have been heavily armed, like...
Yeah, they said they
10,
found
15 clips. I mean, I'm just...
Oh, 10, 15 guns.
Guns.
Several long rifles. They said they found a cache of weapons. So he had to have just been, shooting, throw that one down, pick up another weapon, not even bothering with clips.
Really?
Yeah.
That is interesting in itself.
Yep.
No clips, just...
Well, he probably did have clips, but I mean, that's my theory, is that...
Okay.
Because they said they found over 10 weapons, several long rifles. So he was just going for max effect.
And have they discovered a motive or anything as of yet?
That's the crazy thing. Like, there's absolutely no motive that can be found so far. And obviously, it's still early. It's less than 24 hours since it happened. But, like, the guy is 64 years old, I think.
What?
64-year-old white dude. He lived in a retirement community, like 80 miles away from Vegas, right there in the Vegas or Nevada, Arizona border, a little bit northeast of Vegas. Former accountant, no criminal history. His brother lives in Florida. Was like, it totally shocked the family. Like he said, like it'd make more sense if an asteroid just hit the Earth than what his brother did.
Wow.
So it boggles the mind.
Okay, was this guy married or?
Divorced, had a live-in girlfriend. There was a woman associated with them. They called her his roommate. I'm not sure if they were romantically entangled, but she was actually out of the country. They were searching for her for a while.
Really?
Yeah, but she's in the Philippines, and she appeared to be Filipino from her appearance.
Okay, so that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
In there. So as of right now, are they still cleaning up the scene?
Oh, yeah. And the saddest thing was there was a state official, I'm not sure what his position was, but he said he would been to the music venue, and obviously they're still trying to identify the bodies. So like he said, you just walk through. There's still bodies laying there. There's wallets and cell phones just laying on the ground from where people were running. And he said as they were walking through, cell phones would just be ringing.
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
obviously people trying to contact their loved ones, which that's just heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I'm gonna be honest. You know, I've been busy kind of like all day. There's, you know, the first question I always like to ask when, well, one of the first questions when one of these incidents occurs is, what kind of language is the media using? Have they dropped the word terrorist? Because I'm thinking here, 58, that has to be the new biggie.
Yeah.
For
It
mass
is.
shootings, correct?
It's
Because
the-
Orlando was what, 49, I believe?
Yeah, it's the deadliest mass shooting in modern history, they say now.
Really?
Yep.
So did anybody say terrorist?
A little bit of the news I saw did.
Really?
Asking, you know, would you consider a terrorist? And I think it applies. Obviously, it induces
That was
terror.
my next question.
But interestingly also, and I haven't seen the mainstream media cover this so much just because I'm sure they don't want to give it legs, is that ISIS already declared that this guy turned Muslim a few months ago and that they are responsible. But they've taken responsibility for attacks that they weren't involved with before. So
Right.
I'm glad that the media's ignored that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, ISIS. Okay, so yeah, I guess offline or when I get home tonight, I'm definitely going to read more into that. And you know, just what a heartbreaking thing to hear about. Our hearts go out to the folks affected in Nevada and just everybody, man. I don't know what it's.
Yeah.
You know, I know this isn't going to be a popular statement, but I am not a big fan of guns. I am not a fan of guns. Seriously, I'm just not. And the more this happens, I just fear that we're going to get desensitized.
Yeah, it's already happened.
You know, right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what's it going to take? Like, I know there are a lot of like NRA supporters and whatnot who were at this, you know, concert. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, seriously.
Now, actually, a CBS producer said, and she got fired.
Oh,
She
crap.
said that the people that were at this concert that got injured and killed didn't deserve sympathy because they're country music listeners, and most country music listeners are Republicans and Second Amendment nuts.
I did not say all of that.
It's like, damn.
Damn,
that
right.
was
She went hard in the
overboard.
paint.
Yeah.
And then she got fired?
She got fired.
Happy trails to you. But yeah, that was a little insensitive. I can't get down with that. That was way insensitive. Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, I actually have a friend. Well, we're not close friends, acquaintances. Like we've known each other through hobbies and stuff. But he's in Vegas. He's been in there since Wednesday or Thursday, and he wasn't at that event. But
Okay.
I think his hotel must have been close to Mandalay Bay because he wasn't able to get into his hotel for a long time.
What?
He ended up staying at his sister's hotel, a different hotel. Really not getting much sleep, I'm sure. And then probably like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours ago, said he was able to get a taxi within walking distance to his hotel, so he was able to walk to the hotel. And, you know,
So that
get
could have
their
been like a couple miles.
yeah, and they're supposed to leave Vegas tonight. I don't know if he's able to get out tonight or not, or what's going on. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy. And, I mean, it's just such a horrible situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, put the guns down, man. Seriously. Well, let's get back. Let's go just a bit inside the realm of sports. We're going to keep it moving. Tonight we have Monday Night Football. We want to get this out of the way before the game gets started. We have the Washington Redskins going on the road, traveling on over to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I believe the Kansas City Chiefs is the only undefeated team.
No, actually, I believe they're 3-1. I thought they
can't be 3-1. This week 4.
Oh yeah, maybe so. 2-1? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think they actually. I think they're 3-0.
Okay.
Y'all can check me on that, but I'm pretty sure about that. Yes, the Chiefs are 3-0.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Cool.
So I believe they are the only undefeated team left in the NFL. Mark, what do you like with this matchup? Who are you going with?
I picked them for the AFC West, and they looked absolutely amazing in that first game against the Patriots, and they haven't let up. I'm going with the Chiefs. I mean, Redskins have looked good, but I think the Chiefs are looking even better than I anticipated.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well, and I think, well, a lot of it has to do with Alex Smith.
Yep.
Okay? I'm going to give him his props right now. And it's so funny to me because I call him quarterback baby hands. Because they used to say his hands were small and it wasn't good for a quarterback. Yeah, shots fired. They used to try to clown my guy.
Should we change that to Trump hands?
Trump hands? I don't know if he'll appreciate that. But, yeah, baby hands. He is kicking ass right now. I mean, I've been following the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you have to because they just been doing so well. I mean, like you said, they opened the thing up, beating the Super Bowl champs, and he is just playing really great football. He's first place in completion percentage. He's tied for second with the number of touchdowns. This is my favorite thing. He has zero interceptions thus far. I mean, they played 3 games and with some, I would say, some pretty formidable opponents.
Oh yeah.
I honestly, I know a lot of people are going to be excited and pumped about Washington's defense and what they did last week against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of Josh Norman. He's awesome.
Oh yeah.
He's awesome. Okay. But I think the one thing that the Chiefs have that Oakland did not show last week is Kareem Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, we could probably talk all show about this guy because he's just like the pleasant surprise of this season so far.
Yeah. I was reading earlier on ESPN how just like you said, a surprise. It came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My little brother, I got to shout out Jason. He drafted him, in
Really?
fantasy football. And I'm looking at him like, who is this guy? And I don't, of course now he's like, yeah, I knew this all along. But he didn't know what the hell he was doing. That was like the luckiest grab in since we started playing fantasy football. But I mean, Kareem Hunt, he's just awesome. He is the best running back in football right now.
Yep.
And, when you got somebody that can, pound that defensive line and, tire that defense out, and then you got a quarterback who's slinging like he's Joe Montana or, Peyton Manning out there, it's tough. And I also want to give Tyreek Hill, his props as well. I believe he has, he's got about 2-3 touchdowns right now. So they got a nice little 3-headed monster in their own right. And I'm not really sure that Washington has really faced this level offense. This is a high-powered offense. They're putting up points.
Oh, yeah. And just to jump back to Alex Smith for a second, I remember that first game against the Patriots. Even the commentators were kind of trash talking him. They're like, "This is Alex Smith. You know, he puts on a great game and then just trash the."
They dog him all the time.
And I was like, "Wow, you know, he's having a great game. Let him play. It's first game of the season, and he's kept it up." And you know, like I said, I could not believe the commentators were saying that during that game, and he's kept it up. So I expect good things out of him, even this game.
Yeah. So what's your prediction on the score? Got one?
27-17.
27-17? Okay, I'm going to go 24-13.
Okay.
So we'll keep you guys up to date on that. Kickoff is at 8:30, so that should be going down in about 15 minutes. You guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have to discuss the Ravens. As much as I don't want to, as much as Mark doesn't want to. Just a bit outside. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old. To Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, is the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run to the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones,
right,
but to your mind.
Everything. Right. And later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew, you got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like the military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself, because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedules are laid out. By this time you gotta do this, by this time you gotta do this, eat at this time, back on the field. So
hey, what's up, this is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This Fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all saying, this is Tyree Miles, also known as Mr. Miles the writer, on Instagram, Fly T Miles.
Hip Hop K, that's Hip Hop K-Zar. Hip Hop K on IG, hip_hop_K.
Oh look, we coming to y'all with this new show called It Is What It Is, where we come with views, y'all.
And it's coming on every Friday, 9 to 11. Check us out.
Make sure y'all get with us. We'll be talking about any and everything, because it is what it is.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him.
You can't even see the top of that thing.
Even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. A couple shout outs. You know, we got our regulars up in here. We got Melody D from the Game Day. I got my homegirl Casey Parker. What's up, Kimmy? I know you came to gloat. She is a avid Steeler fan.
Boo.
Right. So she's gonna have all of the trash talk in the world tonight. And who's this? Miss Nixon says hello. Sharon?
Thanks for joining us.
Right. Okay, so let's continue with our NFL football talk. I think we pretty much, gave you the business on Monday Night Football. We both agree that Kansas City Chiefs will win, and they will win with a pretty decent margin.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out. We'll keep you up to date on that football game all night. Let's talk about the home team for a minute. Boom, 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 boom. Ravens took another L yesterday, 26-9.
At least they didn't score like in the last 3 minutes. That they scored during the game before it was over.
26-9 to our hated, our rivals, Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, there's so many. I feel there's a lot of things wrong with the Ravens. A lot of people like to put the onus on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that. Completely, to be honest, without just being completely explicit and profane, the offense is abysmal.
Yeah.
The offense is abysmal. Through 4 games, the Ravens have scored 60 points. So, that's what? 4 games, 60 points. You're averaging about 15 points a game. And that's the fewest through this time period in the Harbaugh era. So, we have not been scoring points. Partially, I know a lot of it has to do with injuries. I'll agree with that. Will you agree?
Oh, absolutely. It's the team with the most players on IR. 16, I believe, maybe 17 now. And a huge amount of them comes from the offensive line. So that's definitely something that needs to be addressed. I know they tried to through trades there, right before the season began, but it's that glaring issue.
Thin it tight end.
Yeah.
Thin it running back.
Well, Collins did pretty good this week. He showed some flashes.
But he can't hold on to the ball. So, I mean, you know, it's like a culmination, like a complete cluster deal that's going on the offensive side. Now, let's talk about the first thing that you mentioned, the offensive line. Okay, so we suffered a lot of injuries on the offensive line. Okay.
And you think about it, that second win, the second game of the season, we were 2-0.
Mhm.
That's the game that Marshall Yonda went down.
Yeah, I was gonna say the loss of Marshall Yonda is huge, very huge. Okay, but and I want to talk more about Joe Flacco. Let's just put it all together. All right, as I was watching the game yesterday, and this was also talked about when they were discussing the highlights of the Ravens game throughout Sunday. There were several times where they showed Joe Flacco holding on to the ball for over 5 seconds.
Is that anything new, though?
And see, there you go. So we already got this jacked up offensive line. No, I'm just saying, you know, we have this jacked up offensive line. Wouldn't it behoove you? I mean, I just feel like we haven't seen any progression with Joe Flacco. I mean, we should have seen something over the past 3 years. You just said yourself, like it's nothing new that he's out there holding the football for 5 or 6 seconds. That's a lot of time in NFL world.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because a lot of these defensive backs, I mean, they're fast.
I remember back when Peyton Manning was still playing, they like slowed it down and showed, and like he'd get rid of the ball 2.3, 2.4 seconds. It's ridiculous. That being said, though, the onus can't all be on Joe if his receivers aren't getting open, if the tight ends aren't getting open. Think about that last interception he threw. Like, it was rushed, and it went right to the Steeler. It wasn't even close to being a reception for us. And I would much rather see him take his time than keep on throwing picks, because those picks were ridiculous.
Does he not have the option to throw the ball away?
Yeah. But if it's third down, you're not doing anything good for your team.
So you just rather him? I mean, I don't know. It just
because once they got that touchdown,
okay,
and I think they should have got that 2-point conversion. I don't know. That was as close can be.
Yeah.
But it seemed like that gave him more energy, but also how long it took the referees for that damn replay.
Yeah.
Maybe sucked a little bit out of them, because there was a little bit of hurry up and go after that, but they just weren't in the game anymore. It was too late.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. Everybody don't want to put the onus on Joe Flacco, but there are a lot of stats out there that just does not support his case. Okay?
Something Harbaugh said today, I was just reading. He thinks that Joe Flacco gets hit
too much. Okay, I'm going to light his ass up in a minute, okay, about that one statement. Right, shots fired. We about to fire some serious shots, because that's what we do here. Okay, but let's go back to Joe Flacco, okay? First of all, he has thrown an interception in 10 straight games, the longest active streak among all quarterbacks in the NFL. Okay, another stat. On passes over 15 yards, Joe Flacco has 4 interceptions already, the most out of quarterbacks.
Damn.
Right. And yeah. So even when he does get the time, even when he does get the pass off, he's inaccurate, which is, I think, is inconsistent, which is another one of my gripes with him. And I just feel like as the seasons go along, I just begin to feel like, them 2 touchdown passes for our Super Bowl run, that shit was luck, yo. I'm serious. Like,
Well, he went all throughout those playoffs without an interception too until the Super Bowl.
right. And see, that's what I don't get either. Like, the offensive coordinator that we have now.
Morningwood.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's on the same page with the team. Did you see Mike Wallace going off on the sideline? I mean, threw down his helmet, was clearly displeased with what was going on. I mean, I don't know. I just have to ask the question. I gotta ask the question. Is it time for a quarterback change?
To who? Mallet?
Not right.
I mean, I know he got the touchdown last week against the Jags because they wanted to keep.
But he ain't the answer.
But no, absolutely not. And Woodrum, for some reason, is still on the practice squad. Get that boy.
Which I don't understand either.
Because his preseason was way better than Mallet's. Maybe because they're giving Mallet like a richer contract. I don't know.
I mean, if it was my team, if I was the coach, I would entertain it.
Yeah.
You know? And now I'm going to roll on over to John Harbaugh. Okay, so say that comment again, what you just said about Joe Flacco and the cleanliness of his jerseys.
Well, Harbaugh says that he gets hit too much.
Said to keep the quarterback clean.
Yeah.
He gets hit too much. Okay, first of all, your quarterback is holding on to the ball 5-6 seconds. You just said Peyton Manning on average 2.3. Let's give him 2.5 seconds. Joe Flacco is doubling that and then some.
Yep.
And like I said, these defensive players are entirely too fast for that. I mean, you got rookie quarterbacks out there who understand how to get rid of the ball.
Let me pose this to you.
Okay.
I guess it's two parts. How much of this is Flacco's back, and how much of it is 0 preseason games?
75-25.
Yeah.
75, 0 preseason games, and 25 on his back. Because honestly, I think that Le'Veon Bell is kind of suffering from, because he's not really performing up to par right now. And I think it's hugely because he didn't take any snaps in the preseason because he was holding out for the big check. You know, so, you know, I will agree with you on that.
And no matter what, they kept him out of preseason, and that last week after the last preseason game up until the first regular season game, he was taking snaps with the receivers and doing extra workouts on the practice field, but that's still not going to equate game time experience. I don't care how long you've been the quarterback. This is what, his 10th season? You still have new receivers. You still have new players on the, especially on the O-line because of all the injuries.
Right.
You've got to gel with them and learn how it is in a game time situation.
How long is that going to take?
How many losses can we endure?
Right. Right, which leads me to my next question. If we have a 8-8 season, 7-9 season, will John be on the hot seat when it's all said and done?
I think he's on the hot seat already.
You think so? I hope he is.
A little bit. I think they like Harbaugh, obviously. I think if it's 7-9, he's gone. If it's 8-8,
he might be able to.
He might be able to salvage it, because that's the same as last year. And if they go 9-7, see some improvement, miss the playoffs, you know, that's what you want. I don't know though. It's a tough call. I mean, who's out there?
We got a couple of comments here. Oh boy. Oh geez. Okay. Where do I start? Jeez. Rabid. Melody D says rabid or avid Steeler fan. I'm gonna say she's a rabid Steeler fan. Melody D. Mike says Joe Flacco is a bum. Does he not? Does he not have the option to sit on the bench? I believe Mike, and this is our guy, Mike McMillan, DJ Delight, the one that's responsible for our awesome music. I believe Mike is a huge supporter and fan of Kaepernick. He has been rallying. He sends me like text messages every Sunday saying Flacco is a bum. We need to just go ahead and sign Kaepernick.
Yep.
And I've been saying this since the beginning of this season. Mike, with our offensive line, we could use a player like Kaepernick with his talents, and I'm pretty sure that he would do a much better job thinking on his feet. He's mobile. I don't have him sitting in the pocket holding on to the ball 5-6 seconds, taking hits, snap after snap after snap. So, hopefully, I don't know, maybe hopefully they'll give him another look. What do you think the probability of that?
Realistically,
no, yeah.
10%.
Mm-hmm.
Flacco has that rich contract. They're not going to bench him anytime soon, unless he gets injured again.
Mm-hmm.
He's the starter throughout the rest of the season.
Melody D. Oh gosh. Okay, so our big Saints fan said the Saints haven't turned the ball over yet this year. See this, Melody D? This is the world's smallest violin. Playing just for that accomplishment. No, but the Saints did really well yesterday. It hurts me to my heart because I was hoping they would lose. Because, man, my game day, my Saints fans dogged me so bad for the loss in London. Yes, I was confident. I just knew that the Ravens were going to come back and play well against the Steelers. I mean, there's no flight involved this week. There's no time change, but they still look like they were sleepwalking out there.
And it was a home game.
Right. And we hardly ever lose at home. So I guess we'll take a little poll. You guys, is it time for Joe Flacco? And is it time for Coach to take several seats? Y'all let us know what you think. Howard says, don't make me call in. Hey, man. Hey, how did Green Bay do this week? Did they win their game?
Did they play?
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Packers. Come on, Howard.
Yeah. They did win. Pack won. Saints won. This week was much better than I'm not gonna say much better. I think this week was just as interesting as last week because I believe we had like 9 games that was decided by 7 points or less.
And there's quite a few upsets this week.
Yeah. This season has really been interesting, and that kind of brings me to my next question. All right, so I want to talk about the Owens. The 0-4 teams. So we have 4 teams that currently have not won a game yet, and these shameless, maybe I should say shameful teams. San Francisco 49ers, the G-Men, New York Giants, the Chargers, and the Browns. Which 0-4 team will win first? And you guys feel free to comment on this as well, because I'd love to hear what you think.
I think it's easier to say which one will win last. That's the Brownies.
You think so?
They might be the second team to go in 16.
You don't think the Browns will win before the 49ers?
No.
Really?
No. I mean, the Browns have been getting throttled. The 49ers, actually, of their 4 games that they've lost, 3 of the games were, less than 4 points?
Mm-hmm.
So them and the Chargers, they both have that going for them, and I could see them turning it around. If I had to go between the Chargers and the Niners, I'd say the Niners are going to get the first win.
The 49ers. Christ almighty. Mark, wait a minute.
They win against divisional rivals, and yeah, I see them being the first.
Okay. I said the Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah, because they actually play the Giants this Sunday. Okay, and I am not impressed with New York Giant football at all. And then on top of that, Odell Beckham Jr. left the game early due to injury. So if they don't have him on Sunday, I really don't like their chances to win. And I honestly think the Chargers will be the first one to notch that, put that win.
Do you know who the 49ers have up next week, though?
Who?
The Colts. Andrew Luckless and the Colts.
Okay, but you know what, though? I want to talk about this guy, too. The backup quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, Jacoby Brissett. He was pretty decent. I mean, he was mobile. I mean, this guy is kind of like built like Cam Newton. I believe he's like 6'3". Yeah. He's like 6'3", maybe 250, 260, something around there. But he's got a nice build. He had some pretty good runs, and to just be out there thrown to the wolves, I felt like he held up pretty decently. Yesterday. And if he continues to improve, you might have a little quarterback controversy out there, because I'm on the fence with Andrew Luck right now as well.
I've never liked Andrew Luck.
I think he about a half a step from Flacco, because I mean that he jacks up interceptions like he is giving out candy too.
And he's been injured 3 seasons now.
Right. Right. And that's another coach that's gonna be on the hot seat too. I think he's gonna get fired.
Pagano,
yeah, Pagano.
I mean, we love him.
Yeah, fight the good fight.
But I'm actually surprised he wasn't canned last year. Was it?
Right.
But he's gonna be on the hot seat.
Yeah, and I think he kind of got the short end of the stick, because Andrew Luck definitely is not helping him. Definitely didn't help him out. And we got an upset. I mean, we have an update. Thank you, Melody D. Redskins 7, Chiefs 0.
Okay.
My homeboy Maani from Game Day says 49ers have a bum at quarterback. Chargers are better at the position. The Colts aren't that bad. Yeah, see, he says JB. He agrees with me on Jacoby. I'm thinking we should keep an eye on him. I agree with you. He isn't bad, but they're saying maybe Luck back next game. I hope not.
And since we're talking about the Owens, can we talk about the Browns just a little bit?
Yeah,
Did you see what happened to them yesterday?
No, what happened?
They got destroyed by the Bengals. It was like 46-0 or something like that. They got just...
Was it that bad?
It was bad last I saw. They got destroyed. Let's see.
So I think everybody's in agreement that the Cleveland Browns... I don't know, man. I just feel like the 49ers are just awful.
31-7.
Okay, all right. So we all in agreement that the Cleveland will be the last ones to get a W.
If they do.
Man, you don't think they're going to get any wins?
I doubt it.
Oh, I don't know. But, so, you think that the 49ers are going to win first?
Yep. And
I'm saying the Chargers.
They might both win on the same day, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But, I mean, all the teams are that bad. I just really think that the Chargers are the best of the worst.
Yeah.
Let's keep this going. So, who do you think has? No, actually, let's back this up. Let's talk about injuries, because we had a lot of injuries yesterday. And if there was a major injury on your squad, please chime in, let us know, and so we can talk about that. But I'm gonna toss the ball to you. Out of all of the injuries that went down yesterday, which one do you think is the most significant? Which one is going to have the biggest impact on their team?
Biggest impact, and I'm going to tell you right now, if the Ravens cannot win this game next week because of this injury, there's a problem. But for the Raiders, Derek Carr,
It's mine too.
fracture on the back, out 2 to 6 weeks. So he's not going to be playing next week when the Ravens and Raiders match up. Carr, you know, we talked about his contract at the beginning of the season when he came in, a lot of hype. And quite frankly, they didn't even look good when he was playing the game. Did you watch that Broncos-Raiders game?
Yes. And the Raiders is actually like one of my biggest disappointments thus far. I mean, I was expecting so much more from this squad. You know, I drafted Derek Carr and my fantasy quarterback. I'm going to have to go home and make some changes because I did not know 2 weeks.
2 to 6.
2 to 6. That's even worse.
Nope.
I knew that it was going to take Marshawn Lynch to a little while to get like back into the swing of things. But, you know, I was tossing back and forth when I was thinking about this and researching this. There was another injury in Marcus Mariota. You know, I just feel like it's 2016 all over again because they both got last season. They both got injured up. It was like right on the tail end of the season and completely crushed their playoff, you know, chances. And I feel like here we go again. You know, they both get injured in the same week. And these two, I honestly feel like these two teams cannot excel without their starting quarterback.
At what point in the game did Mariota get injured?
I believe that was in the second quarter.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if they kept him in all throughout the game, they deserve that because they got throttled by the Texans.
They were getting demolished by Deshaun Watson, and we'll talk a little bit more about him in a second. But Oakland's backup is E.J. Manuel. He came in, look, right, see?
I loved the dude when he was in Buffalo. Like, he looked good there, but damn.
We're going to talk more about these injuries when we come back. And you guys, don't forget to chime in about your squad if they suffered any injuries. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside. Monday night.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
And you have to do some self-care, right? Because you begin to break yourself down worrying about how people will be or how people are treating you, and you see them damaging your life, but something in you just wants to be patient with them. But you have to learn how to let people go. Everybody is not meant to be there for a lifetime, and you have to learn your lesson and move on sometimes.
Some people are there just for a season, you know. And it's like you have people in your life that are roots, you have people in your life that are branches, and you have people in your life that are leaves.
Right.
You know, you got the people that's there, like the leaves, they gonna be there, hey, I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? Something
as soon as the wind blows,
snap, let me get out of here. Oh, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And then you got that one branch, like, you know, I'm gonna fight with you for a second. Oh, snap, the wind too strong. She broke off. But you got that one, you got those roots there, you know, those are your elders, the one that's actually there showing you the way, you know, that's actually taking their time and that's just helping you like get molded. And once that wind comes, you know what I'm saying, you can sway left, you can sway far right, but no matter what, the roots are still going to be there to hold you strong. Like, you know what, I got you. You know, you're gonna make it through this. You know, we can do this together. We're a stronghold. So, you know, don't let nothing break that. You know what I'm saying?
And part of the discussion that I had today,
you are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.com. www.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm in a relationship.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Each and every Monday, we both have so much fun and enjoy speaking with you and chatting with you, reading the comments here. And you can always call us, 410-702-5657. We were talking about the NFL Week 4. Quite a big week. Got some upsets, got some injuries, and we were talking about Carr and the Raiders.
Okay, all right. So we have more comments. Maani says he agrees the faders, meaning the Raiders, they are fading. He also believes that the Browns and 49ers are vying for the 32nd spot. And we all agree on that, brother. Yes, we do.
And he says the Chargers are going to win first.
Yeah, I think we're like on the same page. Also, I want to give a couple of shout outs. What's up, Aaron? What's up, Jennifer? I see you, baby. Thank you for tuning in. And Alvin, what's going on, brother? Shout your squad out. Let's get back to these injuries. We were talking about Derek Carr. We both agreed that, you know, that is the most significant, most impactful injury
absolutely
that occurred yesterday in the NFL. Their backup in Oakland is EJ Manuel. I mean, when we all tuned in to watch the game yesterday, the injury must have just happened because EJ Manuel had just come out there. He ran a couple of plays, and you know, I feel like I jinxed the brother because I said out loud, it's like EJ Manuel's playing. I'm like, oh Lord, this isn't good. And I swear to goodness, the very next play, he threw an interception.
And he looked like he was going to cry after that. Dude, I actually...
Shots fired, that's what we do.
Like, he went up on that sideline and looked at the coach, and I was just like, someone got a pacifier? Like,
right. And you know what, though? He's probably like... I mean, he's going through a tough time, you know. Completely uprooted by Tyrod Taylor. You know, shout out to Tyrod, former Raven. Glad to see that you're hanging in there. I mean, I don't know. You might not have a job much longer.
I don't know. Bills are leading the division.
They are? Are they?
3-1.
Really?
Yep.
Excuse me. I take that back. Well done, brother. Keep up the good work. But out there in Tennessee, the backup for Mariota is Matt Castle.
Yeah.
And he used to play for the Chiefs, didn't he?
He did. He did.
Yeah. And out of the two backups, who would you guys rather have between Matt Castle and EJ Manuel? Please chime in on that one. Mark, who would you rather have?
Matt Castle.
Right.
He's got that starter experience. He's got he went to USC under who the hell's the Seattle coach?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
Yes.
So yeah, I think he's got the pedigree, and you know, I have no idea what the hell happened to him in Kansas City. Seemed like he was on the track to be like the next big quarterback. But good for him. Like, I mean, yeah, they got absolutely destroyed, but you know, if Mariota's out for a while, Castle looked decent.
Yeah, and I think they have a better chance at success. I'm gonna agree with you on that. I would rather have Matt Castle as well. I mean, when you have a veteran somebody that's tried and true that you can fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
Something that the Ravens do not have. You can sleep a little bit better at night. And I think that the Raiders have some tough times ahead.
Yeah.
So you got a second-rate quarterback. Your running back is still getting acclimated to being back in the NFL. You got 2 wide receivers, Crabtree and Cooper, who are known to drop the ball. I mean, you saw that. We talked about that last week.
Well, Crabtree was out of the game a little bit too. I don't know if he sat out or I didn't even realize he was off the game until the announcers mentioned it during the game.
Is that injury related?
I have no idea. They said like he was dressed, and then later he was not dressed. So I didn't hear any injuries, and actually I meant to look it up, but I just kind of spaced on that because I started watching the rest of the games. But I was very surprised to not see Crabtree out there.
New question. All right. So, who has the best offense thus far in the NFL?
The best offense? That's a tough question. I'm going to do Howard proud, and I'm going to say the Packers are looking good.
No! We are never going to hear the end of this. Lord, I'm so glad he is not here. So, you're going to go with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers?
Yeah.
Okay. That's decent. That's decent because, they're rolling.
Yeah. After last season, I didn't think they'd be doing as well as they were now, but they're looking good, and the offense is always clicking.
And I'm looking to see a little bit more from Martellus Bennett. I don't know if that's a chemistry thing, but I feel like they should use him a little bit more. You got this big, wonderful tight end. Use that guy. But yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. My vote for the best offense in the NFL, I'm gonna say Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I just gave you guys all the stats. They're just a well-oiled machine right now. Do the Packers and the Chiefs play each other this year? That would be nice. We're going to look that up offline. Now, let's move it to the defensive side of the ball. Who do you think has the best defense? I think this is the hard question.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, I would have said the Ravens. Damn.
Right. What a difference 2 games make.
And honestly, there were so many upsets this week. Any team that was up there before, Sunday morning, you can't say, Monday afternoon that they're still the best defense because, there were upsets and there was games that just surprised you. I really don't know how to answer.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me, too, because, we had a shutout. The New Orleans Saints had a shutout, and it just seems like this season... take the Ravens, for instance. They had a shutout game, and then, like you said, the last 2 games, we're allowing 30 points. On average, maybe more than 30 points. There's no consistency. You got teams like New Orleans Saints who allow hella points, but yet they shut out Miami on Sunday. If I would have to think, consistently speaking... I've kind of liked the Eagles' defense a little bit. And what about your guys? What about the Broncos?
Oh, God, yes. How did I
How could you forget that? Right.
Because Von Miller was a beast yesterday.
Yes.
Even more so than usual. He was just, tearing it up. And I kind of felt bad for him.
He's like a kid on Christmas right now.
That was one of the massive hits I saw after... Carr went out and Manuel was in there. Jeez, he just ripped into him. And the thing I love about Von Miller is, you look at him off the field and like the production photos and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
He looks like an IT dude. Like,
Yeah,
he kinda
he's
looks
a
like
total
Jimmy.
geek.
He kind of looks like Jimmy with his glasses.
Jimmy, are you watching? He's at Von Miller. He reminds you.
But he gets on the field and
he's a
damn.
beast. He's a monster. Yeah, yeah, and you know he's got a crazy little fashion sense too. Like when you see him off camera, it's just like this is the guy on the football field. You know what I mean? Like you say, with the big glasses, you know, flashy shirts and hats and whatnot. But yeah, he's beasting out.
Maybe him
this
and
season.
Russell Westbrook go to the same tailor.
Yeah, hey, I don't know. I was thinking about that this weekend. Like, man, he might be able to give Russell a run for his money. You know what I mean? Let's keep this conversation going. I want to spend a few minutes talking about Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this dude had a kick-ass game yesterday. 5 touchdowns.
Jeez.
Yeah. Set a rookie record, I believe. And I believe 2 of those touchdowns he ran in himself.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's safe to say that the Houston Texans found their quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way about it. I didn't even think the Texans would do it as well as they were projected to this season.
Mm-hmm.
But
do you think they can turn the corner?
I think so. After that performance, I mean, I know the Titans aren't like the cream of the crop in the NFL right now, but
and they lost a quarterback.
But
57 points.
Yeah,
that's impressive. That's like a college score.
I was shocked at that score.
Yeah, yeah, and it just seems like they have a nice system, and they also trust them.
Yeah,
you know, and. I mean, hell, I feel like he shows more of a quarterback presence than the quarterback that we have. I mean, honestly.
Now, here's the thing, though. It's Texans, and they've kind of had a jinx at quarterback. So, do you think that rears its ugly head, or do you think Watson is able to break that?
No, I think he's ready. I think he's the one to break it. That's why I'm saying, like, I really feel like, you know, this guy is the one to do it out in Houston. And, you know, we were talking at the beginning of the season that, you know, this division was one of those, you know, kind of toss-ups. We debated a lot about who was going to actually take the title. You know, the Texans and the Titans, they had identical records.
Yep.
I honestly don't think it's going to be the same result this season. I mean, not now. If the injuries continue with Mariota and whatnot, I feel like there's no reason why the Houston Texans can't take this thing and run away with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like, you already got a pretty decent defense. You know, I was thinking about them a little bit when I was doing the whole best defense thing, but I mean, they have a decent defense. You got a nice young quarterback that looks like he knows what he's doing. Why not? Texans take the division. I feel really confident about that now. I mean, I picked them earlier in the season, but I feel really confident about that now.
Do you think Jacksonville gives them any trouble? Because Jacksonville actually looked pretty good yesterday.
And you know what? That's another team that I kind of forgot about when we were talking about the defense, the best defense, because, you know, they've been kind of popping on defense too.
Yeah.
You know, you might want to call them Saxonville because they got so many sacks. I mean, seriously. And they sure whooped our ass real good.
That they did.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? I think that would be a pretty interesting game, but honestly, I think that Deshaun is a much better quarterback than Blake. But Leonard Fournette has been doing well down there.
He destroyed the Ravens.
He did. And I think he's having a pretty decent rookie season.
Yeah.
You know, between him and Deshaun, you know, that could be like the battle for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Watson gets it.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to have to, Leonard's going to have to do some pretty impressive things. He might have single-handedly won Rookie of the Year off of his performance yesterday. It was just that impressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But let's keep the conversation kind of going. More NFL talk. You were saying that you wanted to talk about the
Rams.
The Rams, yes.
The Rams are looking good.
Yeah, so you're a believer in Goff and Gurley?
I wasn't at the beginning of the season. Actually, I think I picked them to go last in the division. I know I picked the Cardinals, but damn, they're 3-1. They've been holding their own against everyone they've been playing. And the Cowboys, which the Cowboys are not performing up to expectations, but they beat the Cowboys up pretty good yesterday.
Yeah. What's going on with the Cowboys? Well, actually, let me back that up. What impresses you the most about the LA Rams?
Like you said, Goff. Yes. As a quarterback, he's doing a whole lot better than I expected.
This is his second year, right?
Yeah.
And he's been showing a lot of improvement.
A lot of poise.
Yeah.
And leadership qualities. As a sophomore, any season as a quarterback, your team's 3-1, and you're taking it to the other teams. That's
formidable
that's leadership.
Opponents.
Absolutely. And I think everyone expected the Cowboys to have a similar record to what they had last year, and that's not in the books. And I really thought, I don't like the Cowboys. I thought they were going to put the Rams in their place and say, hey, you're not as good as you thought you were. But the Rams showed up.
And was that game in L.A.?
I think it was in Dallas. Yeah, it was in Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, that's an impressive win.
Yeah.
That is definitely an impressive win. Absolutely. So let's keep that conversation going. I want to switch gears just a little bit because we do have a championship series going on. Let's talk a little bit about the WNBA. So, Game 4 went down of the WNBA Finals between the Minnesota Lynx and the LA Sparks. Lynx took it to them.
And that's been the story of this series. Every other game they keep on taking.
Every game has been good. Can we finally agree that this is more exciting than the NBA Finals? Can we say that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And do you think that this rivalry is better? Because this is, turning out to be like the biggest thing in WNBA history since it's got started.
Oh, yeah. I didn't catch yesterday's game, but I caught Friday's. And, I think it was on ESPN too, but it was prime time. So it's give these girls the prime time.
Right.
Put them on ABC finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a damn good game. And
it was.
The Sparks won that game. And I think what I enjoy watching a lot of times is the coaches' reactions when they're getting interviewed. And the Lynx coach, she was
fired up.
Yeah.
She's off the chain.
When they were coming back after the half, I forget what the question was, but she's like, well, we were getting outplayed, and just walk away. I'm like, damn.
She pulled a Popovich.
She just, she tells it like it is, and,
walked away, dropped a mic drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you think that was, that you guys weren't performing as well? Well, we were getting outplayed. Boom.
I think at the beginning of this series, we both picked the LA Sparks in 5. So the question I kind of want to pose is, what do the Minnesota Lynx have to do to win the championship?
They can't let the Sparks start strong, which is something they've had a problem with this series. That game 1, what was it, 28-2?
Yep, first quarter.
And that kind of happened again in game 3. They can't let them start strong. It looks like the 2 games that they won, that's what they were able to accomplish. If they can do it in game 5, they'll take the championship.
Absolutely. My key for the Minnesota Lynx would be Sylvia Fowles. She's really been it seems like after the last loss, she just really took the game over. I mean, even yesterday, she had 22 points and 14 rebounds.
Damn.
You know, yeah. I mean, and she's also, you know, the MVP of the league this year. And if they can find, if Candace Parker and the Sparks can find a way to contain her, I think that's really their only chance at winning. You know, Sylvia Fowles, she's just really been, she's been balling something crazy. And that game, I believe, is
Wednesday.
Game 5 is Wednesday, and that is also in LA as well, correct?
I think it's in Minnesota.
Is it in the last one is in Minnesota?
It has links on the bottom. Let's see.
If it is, ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Meanwhile,
It's in Minneapolis.
It is?
Yep.
Wow. That might be a tough one for the Sparks.
Yeah.
Wednesday. And you said 8 o'clock, right?
Let's see.
ESPN. It's probably going to be on ESPN too. That's what it normally has been on.
Probably.
Quick update on the football game between the Washington Redskins and the Kansas City Chiefs. The score is now, 10. Still 10-0.
10-0. Yep.
And we're in the second quarter. So.
WNBA Game 5 is actually on ESPN regular.
Is it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good for the girls.
Yep.
Good for the girls. Hey, you guys, tune in on Wednesday. You know it ain't nothing else going on. You know, you might as well. Oh, wait, hold up. Wednesday, we have a wild card game, which we'll discuss.
Yeah.
We'll discuss in a few minutes. How could I forget? Dude, I totally forgot to do our WTF. Let's do that right now. Our WTF moment of the week, brought to you by Kescia and Mark. We are going to talk about, I'm pretty sure you guys know what it's going to be. I mean, it's like the biggest thing in the sports world right now. We're going to talk about the FBI versus college basketball. So, Mark, you want to give a few details on what's been going on with that?
Yeah, and this hurts my heart because Arizona's involved.
Yep. There's a lot of schools
There's
involved.
a lot of schools, which 4 names so far, 4 arrests so far, but they said like maybe 10 or more. The FBI has been investigating kickbacks and bribes, basically, to teams trying to get players to their squads. And an interesting facet of this is that it's not just the boosters of the schools, but it's major corporations, organizations, apparel makers, which we haven't heard of Under Armour, but I mean, they're well integrated in college sports by now, so you have to wonder. I think it was Nike or Adidas gave a assistant coach $100,000 to help get this player signed to the team.
To Louisville, right?
To Louisville, I believe, yeah.
Yep.
And he's like a 4 or 5 star recruit, and Patino even said, "Oh, I don't even remember recruiting this guy," but he signed to Louisville. But apparently, some phone records show Patino's phone calling the shoe rep, the apparel rep. Patino's been canned. Another assistant was canned there. An assistant coach from Arizona was arrested. So far, Sean Miller, the Arizona head coach, has not been implicated. But in this situation, you have to wonder, how high does it go up? How many people know about it? And how many schools in the end are going to face sanctions from the NCAA?
Yeah, this thing is huge. I mean, the FBI launched a 2-year investigation. So you were just guessing at the magnitude of who will be affected. I think we're just getting the tip of the iceberg, to be completely honest with you. I mean, you know how these things go. They just leak out a little information here, then a little bit more, then a little bit more, then guess who ran? You know what I mean? As the the investigation goes along, as the hammer comes down on folks, people get scared. And what happens when people get scared? They start spilling all the beans.
Oh, yeah.
But as Mark just mentioned Rick Pitino, the head coach of University of Louisville basketball program, is pretty much at the forefront of this whole entire thing. And, you know, this guy has just had one scandal too many. I mean, honestly, he has managed to dodge everything. And the more that I read up on this guy, I mean, his first coaching job. Okay, you guys, in 1974, he was coaching. He was an assistant coach at Hawaii. And during his tenure there, the program was charged with like 64 infractions.
Good God.
And he was responsible for 8 of them. And he was only an assistant coach then.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Right. Fast forward a little bit. He did a little time in the NBA. He bounced around a little bit, comes to Louisville, and goes ape shit. I mean, I didn't even know about him sleeping with like an assistant manager or somebody's wife.
What?
Right, yes.
Nasty bitch.
Impregnated the woman.
Oh, shit.
Then paid for her to get an abortion. Yo, we are not done talking about Wild Man, right? Wild Man Rick Pitino. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
I know the weight is killing you. Suspense is building. All this stuff in the news keeps happening, and I'm not even here.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, School zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
So you're your biggest asset. Mm-hmm. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. Toxic, hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. We're always having fun and laughs here. I'd give you an update on the game, but my tablet apparently froze up. Last I saw, which was right before the break, it was still 10-zip, Washington.
Yeah, it's still 10-0. We're in the second quarter, and it looks like to me that Kescia has the ball in their own territory, and they're beginning to drive.
Oh, yep. 1st and 10.
Yep.
14.
Yep. So they are making us look like shit. But there's still plenty of time for them to turn it around. So do we have any new comments or any new viewers you want to shout out, Mark?
We have a new viewer, which, each and every week, my mom.
Hey, Marsha. What's up, Miss Marsha?
Also a shout out to Michael Stevenson, who says, yo.
Big brother Mike, Ravens flock, Bird Gang, Be More Bird Gang. That is like the Be More Bird Gang right there. What up, Mike? Thanks for watching, brother. Let's get back to the NCAA basketball and the scandal that is rocking the sport.
Yeah.
As we were talking, there are a lot of schools, a lot of basketball programs who are they are in a lot of trouble right now. Rick Pitino and the program at Louisville has really been at the forefront of this. There are two questions, Mark, that I kind of want to ask you and also pose to our viewers as well. The first question that I would like to pose is, one, is there anybody out there crazy enough to take the head coaching position at Louisville? Do you think that's a desirable job?
It's desirable in that it is a big program. They're going to hit sanctions most likely. So
no,
who knows?
Not most likely. They are.
Oh yeah. So I guess it depends on how long until they're going to even sniff the postseason again. But I could definitely see someone out there taking the job. There's always someone that wants to get into coaching, someone that is trying to get out of an assistant position and become a head coach. So there's always going to be someone to take that job.
To me, this job is going to be one hell of a challenge. I mean, you're already talking about a program who gave up the 2016 season eligibility because of scandal. Okay? You're going to be giving up at least another year. At least. And this whole eligibility status thing, that's like a domino effect. You know what I mean? Because once you're no longer eligible to win a championship or to participate in March Madness, that hurts your recruiting.
Oh yeah.
And then on top of that, you have all of these, these scandals that are going on. Let's talk about let's talk about the reason why they forfeited. They weren't eligible for 2016. Strippers and prostitutes and hoes. Okay? Now, of course, if you can always throw some money in someone's face and get them to bite. You know what I mean? But there are a lot of parents out there who I am sure does not want their son at the collegiate level to be involved with stripper hoes and prostitutes. You know what I mean? So
how many players came out after that investigation and whatnot and said, that happens in every sport, football,
I'm sure.
basketball.
I'm surprised there hasn't been, this severe takedown at the college football level.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that. I feel like, the FBI, they spent 2 years navigating through college basketball. After this is all said and done with, they might shift their focus elsewhere.
Who's to say they haven't been the whole time?
Shit, y'all better get it together.
I've heard people saying that, football's next.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So back to this head coaching position. I mean, I just think like you said, there's gonna be people out there that think, hey, I can come in here and turn this program around. Oh, I can, have this whole new, to change the attitude, the environment, the culture of the program. But I just feel like the sanctions that are about to come down on that program in particular, because they just got in trouble, I think they're just going to be huge.
Your question was, is there a coach?
Yeah.
Not a good coach, but a coach.
Right. And, I meant to mention earlier, Rick Pitino is the highest paid college football coach. College basketball coach. You know what I mean? Will they be offering that same kind of money? I mean, because right now, I believe he's on administrative leave, unpaid.
I think so.
And, once this is all said and done with, he's going to have to forfeit his salary.
Oh, definitely. You'd hope so.
Right. Is this next person going to get as much money? I don't think so.
Oh, no.
They're going to have to save some of that money for legal proceedings.
So is Pitino done in college basketball? Is he...
Hold up!
No, because remember, who was the dude? Todd Bozeman. He got in trouble out there, basically blacklisted for 10 years, and then he started coaching at Morgan and did better for himself, made a name. And it's rare for a coach to get that kind of punishment to make him untouchable.
Is his past as checkered as Pitino's?
Pitino, though, like you said, he's the highest paid coach. Is he untouchable? Can another program take a chance on him?
And then this kind of is a good segue to my next question. And we discussed this a little bit offline as well. What type of impact is this going to have on the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
2018.
My father-in-law feels like the tournament might cease to exist for a little while. Just because the likelihood of so many quality programs getting blacklisted or sanctioned and not being able to participate, we might not see it.
Man, I mean, this thing is might be the biggest thing to happen in college basketball.
I could see them contracting it, which then you're going to get into television contracts and everything, because there has been talk about expanding the field yet again by 4 more teams.
Oh my God.
Because it's 68 or 72 right now. I could see them contracting it down to like 32 if there's that many teams that are affected.
That are involved for like a couple of years?
For a couple of years, yeah.
Damn, 32? That's not enough madness, though.
We haven't seen that since like the 80s.
Right. I was say that's not enough madness. We might go through withdrawal dealing with 32 teams. I don't know. You know what I mean? But in the very least, everybody's going to be, you know, seriously watching how this unfolds over the next couple of days. Mark and I was also discussing, you know, offline. Yo, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Will they catch up to Kentucky? Because people have said a lot of things about Calipari.
Dude, Calipari, every program he's been with has gotten sanctioned and then he's left. And like I said, it's rare for a coach to get a punishment, and this dude has escaped it time and time again. And it's time. I hate Calipari. It's time this mofo goes down.
Of course you do, Wildcat.
They stole our name.
Right. Oh, I never used it.
Back in '97,
yeah,
that was the championship game, Arizona versus Kentucky. So both Wildcats.
Yep.
I still had that tape on VHS somewhere.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that. I'm pretty sure we'll be talking more about that next Monday.
Yep.
Let's keep it moving since we're talking about basketball. Let's go on over to the NBA. So you know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this Dwayne Wade deal. Joining the evil empire. Joining forces with LeBooty James. LeBron.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised.
They always said they wanted to play before they ever joined up together in Miami. And you had to figure he was on his way sometime.
Do you think it's a good move?
Hell no.
I don't either. I thank you.
I think he's 2 years past retirement and should be like a studio analyst by now.
Look at your guards, though. Look at who your guards are. Dwayne Wade, broke knees. Okay. Derrick Rose, broke knees. Shots fired. That's what we do. And let's go ahead and round it out with a little hip replacement with Isaiah Thomas, who's not going to play until January. Right? What the hell are they thinking in Cleveland? And then, let me not forget, Kendrick Perkins.
Now, Derrick Rose has joined the team. You got to hope Joaquin Noah does what he did before and just follows him.
Man, there's no more space on the team. LeBron James got what he wanted. He got a team of yes sir players who will, follow LeBron into this imaginary sunset of victory.
Do you think it's LeBron's team, or do you think it's finally the Cavaliers organization's team?
Man, no. It's LeBron's team.
Because they said this offseason he's been very hands-off as opposed to
I don't believe
previously
that shit.
where he was very hands-on. And there's all the talk that he's headed to L.A. after this season.
Well, all right, well, first, let me just, I saw online some comments from Kyrie Irving about the deal.
Okay.
And he said, when I was in Cleveland, LeBron used to say all the time, Wade did it this way, or when Wade did it, you know what I'm saying? So he said, I'm not surprised that, D Wade went out to Cleveland, and he said, I wish them the best. And this is not like word for word quote, but I'm just summarizing. Wish them the best. And he says that he hopes something to the effect of he hopes he could do a better job than he did, or something like that.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of reports that, people are just tired of LeBron shit. Seriously. So now you got your homeboy, you got D Wade, you got Derrick Rose, who really doesn't have a leg to stand on, no pun intended. And you got Perkins. It just seems like you have this team of people that's hanging on to the bottom rung. They're not going to win. I don't even have them going to the Eastern Conference Championships.
Really?
No, I don't. Because for one, I have a thing about, just haphazardly throwing a lot of stars together really quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The reason why Golden State is so fantastic is because they have awesome team chemistry, and that took time to build.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're gonna be at that level of success that LeBron wants and that LeBron is used to. They're gonna lose, and I feel like 2018, LeBron is gonna be leaving Cleveland.
Hollywood
again.
bound.
Man, we are not allowing him to come to the Lakers. Please, Magic, I know you're not watching, but somebody send Magic a memo, send him an email. But LaBooty is not welcome at the Lake Show. We already got one jackass. We got all the jackasses we need with LeVar Ball. We got all the jackass that we can handle. I don't know, man.
That would be interesting.
It would be. And I still wouldn't like him. Even if he got him, I still wouldn't like him. But this leads me to my next question. We had some pretty good deals go down, this summer, and it's been really exciting. Which acquisition will have the greatest impact on their new team?
Biggest impact.
Yes.
Thunder.
Yeah, boy, Melo.
They got Melo and Paul George.
And PG-13. So, who do you think will have more of an impact between Paul George and Carmelo Anthony?
Paul George.
Yeah, I agree with you on that as well.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that as well.
I think he's going to also be thinking about it's his final season under this contract, and he's going to be playing for that next contract.
Oh, yeah. They always play when it's a contract season. Oh. They always lose their mind.
And he was talking about going to the Lakers, too.
Yeah. So. Yeah, there was a lot of talk about that. But I feel like, with this 5, actually, with the whole entire team, if they do see some success, they won't have a problem keeping them all together. I don't think, and I've actually, I've heard Brandon Jennings say, I don't know how this is possible and how true this is. He said that Russell Westbrook has gotten better.
Really?
Right. He said he's gotten better. That's why I said, I don't know how this is possible, because didn't dude average like a triple-double or something?
Maybe it's time to average a triple-triple.
Or a quadruple-double. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. Dangerous. I love you. But yeah, I really feel like if these guys see some success, and hopefully Billy Donovan can come up with a game plan to really complement all the talents that he has right now, which I think he has struggled with in the past. This could be the new it. I don't know if they'll be strong enough to really take on Golden State, because like I said, that cohesiveness and that chemistry is an intangible that's like invaluable.
So what do you think, them in San Antonio to see who goes against Golden State?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
San Antonio looked damn good.
Yeah.
In the series, in the playoffs.
Sure. And to flip it back over to the Eastern Conference, I'm calling it like right now. Boston, Washington, Eastern Conference Finals. You heard it here first. Yeah.
Washington, any team that comes out of Washington, the Caps, the the Bullets,
man,
they always and the Nationals, they look great all this season and then just in the playoffs. So
yeah,
can they beat that hurdle?
You know what? Since you brought up the Nationals, let's go ahead and do, let's show some love to the Major League for a few minutes. We might as well just end the show on this for real. We only got like 20 minutes left.
Okay.
Damn. So we went through our final week of baseball. All of the postseasoning position has been put in place. We have wild card games on the horizon. As a matter of fact, tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow, well, let's give our wild card predictions. Okay. Tomorrow we have the Minnesota Twins against the New York Yankees. Do the Minnesota Twins have a chance in hell? That's the question.
No.
Yeah. You know, I gotta agree with you on that. I mean, props to the Minnesota Twins, because just last year they lost over 100 games. So for you to go from having a 100 plus loss season to, playing for the wild card this season, that's a hell of a turnaround. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk a little bit about the starters, because I think this is really what the key is. You got Erwin Santana, who's starting for Minnesota, who is decent. He's okay, but he's going against Luis Severino. Luis he's been decent. He's been solid for the New York Yankees. I mean, if the Twins can score, you know what I mean? Maybe 1 or 2 runs at best. And I have a feeling that the Yankee lineup, whatever lineup they throw out there, I have a feeling they're going to tag Santana. Yeah. And I think they're going to do it early.
Like 7-8 runs, you think?
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And, do it early. Then you can cruise the rest of the game and start getting yourself ready for the next matchup.
Aaron Judge will be looking for his first postseason home run.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And speaking of which, I think we both agree that'll be the AL Rookie of the Year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, so we don't even need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Right. So let's move on to the second wild card game, which I think is going to be the more interesting one between the two. Colorado Rockies and Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
I know you're excited. You got to be excited for this. Are you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, both teams, I have a great respect and history for. Colorado used to train in Tucson for spring training, so I used to watch them as a kid. Diamondbacks, they used to. Their AAA team used to be in Tucson. And both teams just this season to have that renaissance and just the surge. Mm-hmm. Colorado, they were up a little bit more up and down than the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
But here towards the end of the season, they turned it on, and then they kept it going until they got that wild card spot. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a damn good game. And it's going to be a lot lower scoring than the Yankee game.
You think so?
At least less differential, shall I say.
Okay.
Between the two teams. Like a 1 or 2 run difference. It's not going to be a blowout.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean by that. Yeah, okay. Okay, and I will agree with you on that as well. The Colorado Rockies has their right-hander, John Gray, going up against another right-hander, the Zach Greinke. And let me tell you, I was a big Greinke fan when he played with the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I was a little bit surprised that the Dodgers let him go, to be honest with you. He's been doing all right.
He's been a bright spot in the rotation.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is he their best? I don't know if he's their best.
If not, he's second.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like with a lot of the wild card games, they play their really decent pitchers, but not their best because they
save for the opener.
Them. Exactly. So do you think it's too early to play Greinke?
After watching what happened with the Orioles in their last wild card game, no.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the theory behind going with your second best guy for the wild card, but to me, it's like, the wild card game is your one shot. You know what I'm saying? If you make it past the wild card, you're about to go into a series. So, I mean, even though everybody wants to take that first game, it's not as, to me, as important as, you having to get through this hump of this wild card game. And y'all remember with the Yankees, dummies put Bundy in there and didn't even, you know what I mean, put Britain in when they should have, and we lost the game behind that. So, you know, like when you have this one shot, this one opportunity, it's either a win or go home situation. You always want, to me, you always want your ace out there. You always want your ace out there.
Because it's a one-game series.
Yeah.
It's win or go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll get some time to rest.
You know, when the Colorado Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks get together, it's always a fun game. It's always full of offense. They score a lot of runs. I believe the over-under for this game is like 9.
Jesus.
Yeah. Right. Which is, you know, that's like typical, you know, for when these guys match up. You know, like I said, I'm a big Greinke fan. I think Arizona is going to come out on top. They've been playing solid baseball the whole entire season. You know, we weren't really sure if the Colorado Rockies were even going to make it to this point.
Yep.
You know, they got the bats to do it and the pitching to back it up. So, you know, we'll see how those two games, you know, shape out. And then, you know, after that, we get right into the thick of it. On Thursday, Red Sox, Astros.
That's going to be a damn good series.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll go the distance?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, both of their pitching rotations are decent.
Yeah.
Decent. You know, those is going to be, like, if you like pitching, this is the series that you are really going to be paying attention to because, I mean, both sides have been doing it. So we'll talk a lot more about the Major League postseason next Monday when we come back. You know, we got a few more minutes. You want to do this reel on wrestling? Is anything going down?
Honestly, it's been kind of a quiet week.
Really?
Not really anything in the ring. They have a Hell in a Cell coming up. I'm not sure if it's this Sunday or the Sunday after. I think, honestly, the biggest piece of news I saw was Bradley Cooper's been offered the role of Vince McMahon in a biopic about Vince McMahon's life.
Oh, God, that's going to be a mess. Okay, you guys, don't go anywhere. We'll have our final app updates, and we're going to wrap the show up just a bit outside. What the hell's going on with the Chiefs?
Everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So, since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is and what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions. More than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through. People that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship Him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to see yourself first, to know that you need deliverance.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Business owners, need more customers? Offer fantasy sports contests and generate more sales. Restaurants, bars, hotels, auto dealerships, real estate offices. Whatever your business, fantasy sports contests can help you increase your sales and bring you more loyal customers. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. Our software lets you customize contests fast and easy for your brand. That's right. Visit Fanify.com or call 888-55-SPORT. That's 888-55-SPORT or visit Fanify.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monty from Talk Lately. I want y'all to sit back and listen to this flashback. We be tripping.
I mean, really, but I mean, he might have. I got him maybe jacking her up.
The kids said he did it.
But this is Floyd Mayweather punching her head repeatedly, and like she doesn't have like brain damage.
No, she didn't have brain damage. I don't think he was hitting her like that. Or he probably was like, say something else. Say something else.
That
he probably wasn't like tagging her.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Just a Bit Outside, Monday, and we got football going on. The Chiefs have finally done something, put up 7 on the board. It's 10-7.
All right, so they got a chance to pull it out.
Make us look good.
Right. But we're totally off on the score. Shots fired on ourselves.
What did I say? 27-17?
Yeah, I think
I changed that.
And I said 24-13. I'm a little bit closer, but still not good. Yeah. So
we're a second half team.
So when we left off, we were talking about baseball, Major League postseason, and we're gonna end the show on that note. We were talking a little bit earlier about the Washington Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about how in the postseason, they have a tendency to fizzle out, if you will. Did you hear about the Scherzer injury?
No.
Right. Your eyes are big, right? Yes, Matt Scherzer. I believe it's a wrist issue. They were they wanted to start him game 1, but now they're going with Steven Strasburg. Mm-hmm.
Game's 1 not even till Friday, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Right. So.
Because you figure today's Monday, that's still quite a bit of time for him to feel better.
Yeah. Now, let's just say that, this Scherzer injury is like a serious thing where they can't get him into the rotation right away. Is that like detrimental?
Absolutely.
To Washington Nationals.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that.
Not to mention they're going up against the Cubs team that in the last month or two has just been on
hammer.
Yeah.
They've been putting down the hammer. What the hell happened to them? What motivational speech did they receive?
They're like, it took us 107 years to win a championship. Let's get our asses off just out of gear and back into it. Because that first part of the season, they took a dump.
So we're going to keep a look on that as well. We'll talk more baseball next week. You guys, it's been so much fun tonight chopping it up on the NFL level. Of course, we love talking scandals. Who loves a good scandal? Everybody. And over the next couple of weeks, we have some awesome guests lined up for you. So make sure you check out the page, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on Facebook. for more updates and to see what we got going on next week. And I believe, Saturday, we going to Shogun.
Shogun Fight.
Yeah, talk about that.
John Rollo MMA local company. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah. So, you know how we end the show? Baltimore, spread love, yo. Favorite part of Eric's? This is the favorite part of the show for Eric. Let me see what I can do. Ooh! Y'all have a good night.
Go away.
Say it again.
Go after what you really love and find a way to make that work for you, and then you'll be a happy person.
Those are the words of Tom Petty, who unfortunately was rushed to the hospital with a cardiac event yesterday and has been disconnected from life support.
Oh, shit.
It was erroneously reported that he did die. They're saying he hasn't passed yet.
Okay.
But it's any moment now.
Y'all have a good one. Have a great week.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only, Vic Cows.